All right, this problem says Luisa and Rachel have some trading cards. The ratio of their cards is 5 to 1, equals Luisa's current number to Rachel's current number. If Luisa gives Rachel 6 cards, the ratio will be 3 to 1, equals Luisa's new number to Rachel's new number. How many cards does Luisa have? To represent this problem visually, we're going to start with the first sentence, which describes their current ratio of cards, while the second sentence is actually a hypothetical statement in which Luisa gives Rachel cards. Right, now that we have a table, we're going to use a shape such as this circle to represent a certain number of cards. Since the ratio is 5 to 1, we'll give Luisa 5 circles, while we give Rachel only 1. There we go. We have represented the current situation. Luisa has 5 times as many cards as Rachel, and she has 5 times as many circles as Rachel. Now we can start on the hypothetical sentence where Luisa gives Rachel 6 cards. The ratio is then 3 to 1. So we can take one of Luisa's circles here that represent a certain amount of cards and give it to Rachel to see if we get that 3 to 1 ratio. If we give Rachel 1 card, their ratio is only 2 to 1, as Luisa has twice as many cards as Rachel. We want the ratio to be 3 to 1, but that's not going to happen with the amount of circles that we have. What we can do is find an equivalent ratio to try and represent the 3 to 1. The current ratio is 5 to 1, so we can multiply that by 2 to get a 10 to 2 ratio, and then try moving some circles. We've still modeled Luisa and Rachel's current ratio. It's still 5 to 1, since 10 to 2 is an equivalent ratio. And now, let's see, if we move one of these circles and give it to Luisa, Luisa has 9 circles and Rachel has 3. Now we've modeled out the hypothetical statement because Luisa has 3 times as many circles as Rachel. Luisa has 9 and Rachel has 3. This happened when we moved one of Luisa's circles over to Rachel's side. The sentence also said this happens if Luisa gives Rachel 6 cards. So this one circle represents 6 cards. And we can write that down as it's an important finding. Each circle Wonderful. And now the question asks, how many cards does Luisa have? Now, since the second sentence is only a hypothetical statement, we're going to look at the first sentence, where the ratio of their cards is 5 to 1. So that means Luisa has 10 blue circles and Rachel has 2 red circles, each of which representing 6 cards. Right, so since Luisa has 10 circles and each circle represents 6 cards, that means Luisa currently has 60 cards. That is our answer to the problem. Luisa, 60 cards. So we have solved this problem.